Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes Reacts. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively we are the Office Blokes. We've got a couple of other YouTube channels, Patreon page, social media, merch, all that good stuff. Click the link below and it'll take you where you need to go. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Nice. I've not said that for a while, so I thought I'd freestyle it.
Sounds good that day.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Don't practice in the mirror, just off the top.
Off the top of
Completely off the top. Right, 12 craziest restaurants that actually exist. Is this going to be one of those where you've got like the Sky one where everyone's strapped into chairs really high
Someone
up?
asked me to go on one of them on a crane. They suspend you from a crane. I went, fuck that. I said, what if you need a piss?
Yeah.
I ain't going up there. Just go in a restaurant. Just go in a regular restaurant that's there. I don't need to be in a crane up there.
I have this really bad compulsion when there's a big drop to hold things over it. And like if I've got my phone in my hand here, there's just something in me saying just dangle your phone over the big drop. I don't know what it is. I couldn't do that where you sat eating.
Nah.
Everything would be like that for me.
Have you ever dropped anything?
What, off high things?
When you've been...
Not by mistake, no. Only like coins when there's people down there.
You've thrown them at people.
No, I'm joking. Let's get into it. 12 craziest restaurants that actually exist. Let's do it. Mind-boggler.
Who doesn't love to dine?
I thought that was on the video. It needs to be.
But in fancy ambient places. After a week of working hard all day, we deserve a night out with some delicious food in a relaxing environment with our favourite people. But sometimes the restaurants have more to offer than just that. You may end up just choosing a place that has pretty unique stuff on the menu or even their theme. In the race to stand out amongst the heads of fine dining places, popping up every single day, some restaurants have adopted the craziest ideas to keep the customers engaged and interested. In today's video, we'll show you all about the 12 craziest restaurants we had no idea about. But before we get started, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe and click the notification bell for more such amazing content. Number 12. Undersea Restaurant. At Hurawali's, the marine enthusiasts are bound to have an incredible time as they get to eat with fish. This is an underwater restaurant in the Maldives and is commonly called the 5.8 Under the Sea restaurant. It's located in the Indian Ocean and is pretty small. They have all kinds of fancy food to offer, but it serves you underwater in the dim lights that complement the aquatic ambience. The restaurant is attached to the Hurawali's hotel building, however you can get a table even if you're not a hotel guest. As mentioned already, the restaurant isn't that big, there's only 8 tables available. The tasting menu consists of 7 courses with a price range of $200 to $300. Despite being small, it's actually the largest underwater restaurant in the world and allows the diners to enjoy the magnificent sight of the marine creatures gliding by in all directions as they enjoy their pricey but scrumptious meal.
So predictable.
I didn't do that deliberately. What I was saying is, you're eating fish and it's brothers sailing past you.
Mates going
past you, whatever, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're next.
Yeah. Behave yourself, otherwise you'll be on air as well.
Yep.
That's like when you're eating chicken with a side of egg and you're just like, yeah, fuck chickens. It's just everything like baby chicken, big chicken.
Yeah. I like this. Good one, this show.
I'm into that, good. Definitely. I'd well go there.
That'd be alright. I wouldn't mind that one. Definitely.
Yeah, and reasonable as well. For what it is.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a lot more than that.
Yeah.
The irony being there's a good chance the meal contains some of the creatures you see swimming around you in the water.
Whoa.
Number 11. Robot Restaurant. This one is definitely an epitome of technological advancement as opposed to the underwater one that's trying to bring people closer to nature. Full of loud music, chatter, neon lighting, lots and lots of people, this one is like a glitter bomb explosion. Also technically it's not a restaurant, but they serve sushi portions to the diners. However, the crazy colourful atmosphere isn't what makes it stand out, although the mind-boggling sight of neon lights and amazing club-like feeling tend to make it all the more interesting. The main attractions are the extravagant shows and performances with unique, intricate costumes of the employees. There's all kinds of music, from originals to Disney tunes, but one thing we can say for sure is you won't be able to hold yourself back from joining in the fun festivities. The show isn't very expensive and it lasts a good 90 minutes, but booking in advance is a good idea owing to the long waiting lines. So if you're in Japan looking for a crazy night out, jam-packed with fun and noise, this is definitely the place to keep in mind.
I'll pass. I'm not
BTS's next gig.
Yeah, I won't go there. I won't go there for food anyway. As a standalone thing, it might be all right. If you're in Japan or something, it might be like something good to watch. But
it looks like chaos.
Be the last place I'd want to go.
Yeah, that's too much for me.
No, I mean, if you're going for a meal, though, I wouldn't do it.
Even just to go, that seemed like it was just too intense. 90 minutes of that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It looks like it's close as well. If it was twice the size and all that chaos, maybe.
Yeah.
If I'm going all the way to Japan, it's better restaurants. Than that.
No, that's I mean, as a restaurant-wise, I mean, you wouldn't want to eat there, would you?
No.
Absolute nightmare.
Pretty much a panic attack personified, that. Just everything flashing lights going mad at you.
Yeah.
Number 10. The modern toilet.
Oh no.
Who would have thought that a toilet-themed restaurant would become so popular owing to how big a contrast it is from the concept of fine dining?
Why?
You can't have a bathroom showroom in this country without someone going and taking a shit in one of the toilets that isn't plumbed in. You can't have that. You can't trust people with that. I'm not having it.
But hey, somebody thought of it and it worked. The modern toilet was opened in 2004 in Hong Kong and it's completely toilet-themed. Now, as long as the food being served is hygienic and delicious, it does seem like a cool place to visit. The entire restaurant is decorated with bathroom tiles with a poop emoji on them, and instead of chairs, they've installed toilets for sitting. The main room is quite frankly littered with all kinds of bathroom-themed objects, and not only that, the food is also served in dishes that look like miniature toilets. We'd say if you go there, it's better to steer clear from ordering something with meat in it, because, well, in the toilet-like dish, it tends to resemble something nasty, although it isn't.
What is wrong?
I'm
with
not sure I
people?
could. I'm not sure I could do that. There was one I went to in Clark's Quay in Singapore where they're all. I fell for it first because I walked past and I thought, oh, that's nice. They brought them out from the hospital and like give them a beer or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're all sat in like wheelchairs on hospital beds and that. But that's the theme of the bar.
Oh, was
I
it?
can't remember what it's called, but they're all
Yeah.
so it's all drips for the beer
Oh, is
and
it?
all that kind of stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Can't remember the name of the bar though.
That's
I mean, I can see how some of these are fun, but I mean, that's not for me, that one. Just, no.
that's just. Can you imagine taking a bite of that, even if it is a sausage or whatever? It could be the tastiest thing in the world, but it makes me want to heave just looking at it.
Especially in that environment.
It's a stag doing it and a boys' night out and a girls' night out type thing. And
Yeah.
The menu offers a wide variety of traditional Chinese dishes and other Western options. If you want the complete experience, the ice cream served as dessert in the shape of poop in a toilet-shaped dish will definitely seal the deal. As confused as we are about this, the restaurant did find investors.
Do you go in the kitchen for a shit and a piss? The toilets look like a kitchen.
And is technically a success, and don't assume your crazy ideas have no potential because who knows. Number 9. Forteza Medicia Restaurant. This restaurant is a haven for true crime enthusiasts. You get to eat a scrumptious and affordable meal inside a maximum security prison. It may sound like an idea that took quite some work, but in reality this place is just a huge space with bright lighting with all the features of an extremely ancient castle. The original equipment had been preserved and it therefore imparts the old world ambience to the diners. The restaurant can accommodate around 100 guests at a time. The work in this restaurant is done by actual inmates who are serving life sentences from the attached prison. They clean, serve, bus and even cook your food. And if you're a tourist who can't afford to splurge on expensive fancy restaurants, this might just be the exotic experience you're looking for, because in total it costs just €25 per person.
There's one here. We should go.
One what?
A restaurant in prison.
Is it?
Style prison.
Really?
Didn't know there was one there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fancy
I
that.
can't remember what it's called, but it's called something like I don't know, something like the cellmate or something like that. It's got a reference to the prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's called something like behind bars. Do you know what what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But it's only in style.
Yeah.
It's a
Let's
cafe.
do that. You know where Mortsa Beat
Yeah.
in Altrincham? That's supposed to be the morgue, isn't it, from the
It's supposed
hospital
to be
years
haunted.
ago?
Yeah.
But that's what I think it's dead.
Is that
Dead rooms, is
Is
it?
that the
Mortsa
dark
Beat?
one when you go
Yeah.
downstairs? I've been there a few times. It's fucking proper dark.
I love it
Just-
in there.
You can never see you serving you, and then they
Yeah.
give you a menu, and I'm like, I have no chance of looking at that.
Yeah,
I can't
but
see it.
They do food as
Yeah.
well, though.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, I've
Yeah, I
only
don't know
been
if it's like
I've only ever drunk in there.
I don't know if it's just platters and a little bit of tapas and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, not necessarily big meals.
Even the drinks are weird though. They don't do regular
Oh, it's
normal
all-
drinks.
it's Belgian
proper,
beers and
it's
stuff,
proper
isn't
weird
it?
beer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it includes a home-cooked meal, a glass of wine and the thrill of dining in a prison setting with the hopes of something crazy happening in your subconscious. It also sheds light on the fact that some of the prisons do have potential for actual reform. Number 8.
Just eating your food and you get shanked in the side. And runs off.
Some guy comes up and spits in it.
Yeah, these
Yeah,
are the
you go.
ones. That's not for me. That at all.
There's
It's
that
sweaty
looks like
palms
Dubai, is
looking at
Is
it.
Dubai.
I don't mind. I don't care about heights. It's not the heights. It's just this compulsion to drop everything.
Yeah.
Dinner in the Sky restaurant. Hey, don't be surprised, you all knew this was coming at some point after the dinner underwater and in prison. This Sky restaurant is actually a huge platform that's been suspended in the air at a height of 150 feet by an enormous crane. It was put together by people who are called Hakuna Matata, and they specialise in building amusement parks based on specialised cranes. The idea was originally executed as a pop-up restaurant in the year 2006, and since then it's travelled the world from Hong Kong to Las Vegas. The crane is actually a steel lifting structure, and it's sturdy enough to keep this huge platform suspended in the air. The restaurant can accommodate around 30 customers at a time and has a full staff of waiters and chefs. The restaurant also has featured some very popular names preparing dishes for patrons. On average, the price for a 5-course meal in this restaurant is around $300, which is quite expensive, but if you're a thrill seeker with an...
Hey,
Was it?
you go all the effort doing this and you watch the... I'm sure he spelled it wrong.
I'd love it if he hadn't spelled it wrong now.
is around $300.
Hey!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, dear.
Oh, boy.
Which is quite expensive, but if you're a thrill seeker with an appetite for heights as much as expensive food, it is kind of worth the money.
Nah.
Number 7. The Twin Stars Diner. This diner is located in Moscow, Russia, and it truly sticks to the theme of twins, as everything here comes in pairs, whether it's the food or the servers who wear identical outfits. The owner came up with the idea after watching an old Soviet film named The Kingdom of Crooked Mirrors. In the movies, the main character ends up finding a mirror that shows an alternate reality of herself. The restaurant also has a twin of its own that just opened up its door to diners in New York City recently. They also offer a 2-for-1 deal for people who are twins, and if you're triplets, then it's a 3-for-1. The more of you there are, the more food you can get for free.
We're not going to mention the 3 twins.
Yeah, oops.
Yeah.
Wow.
Classic.
I think that's weird, though. Do you not think that's a bit
No,
weird?
I think it's pretty cool, that.
Yeah,
That's the coolest one I've seen so far.
Yeah.
It's more the Shining that I'm thinking of, you know, the 2 little girls.
Yeah.
No?
I don't know. Not sure about that one.
Oh, fair enough.
Site claims the restaurant will have you seeing double even before you order a drink. Quite a unique take on the dining industry, we must say. Number 6. The Kemi Snow Restaurant. This restaurant located in Norway provides you with the incredible experience of having your butt frozen as you enjoy.
It's supposed to be going there.
I know you're going Norway, aren't you?
Yeah, to the Kemi restaurant.
Oh, really? Going there?
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Been into like an ice bar, the same as that,
Yes, yeah.
down in London, where they do like a show
Yeah.
every Christmas, and they have like an ice bar there, and, you know, absolutely everything. A bit like it was ice, not a restaurant, just a bar. But
Yeah, what they offered on this was you can go in this restaurant and then you stay in the ice hotel for only for one night. They
Yeah.
move you to like a cabin for the other 2 or 3 nights you're there.
Nice.
But the one you've got, you stay in the ice hotel and you eat in this restaurant.
Nice.
Yeah.
We tried to go in the one in Las Vegas, and if there was ever a bigger fuck you to the environment, it's in the middle of the desert, building an ice bar where everything's just made out of ice.
Yeah.
But we couldn't get in; it was too busy.
Was it?
Yeah, because obviously you need a bit of space. Everyone needs enough big, thick coats
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
right. Yeah.
I'd still be boiling in there.
You probably would. Yeah, put the aircon on.
Open the door, mate.
Who's got heating on?
A delicious meal inside a humongous snow castle. We all grew up making snow forts and igloos, if not at home, then on vacation somewhere. But now, the Kemi restaurant is offering a well-prepared meal in this castle made entirely of frozen snow. It first opened its doors in the year 1996 and drew in a huge crowd of more than 300,000 people in its first year, and the number has only increased from there onwards.
Love it.
Since it's a snow castle, it has to be torn down every year after its service season ends and is rebuilt in the next season by a new architect. This means every year there's a brand new castle with a unique design.
There's a
Pretty
documentary, you can watch
creative,
it,
right?
isn't it?
And that's not all, because along with the restaurant there's also a snow chapel and hotel where guests can actually spend the night. The menu's also pretty nice, offering something for every type of palate, but their specialty is Norwegian pastries. You can get the taste...
Shows sushi.
That's what I thought.
Well, that's what you do. You fish, don't you?
Yeah, no, but he said Norwegian pastries.
Oh,
is
pastries,
the,
right? Yeah.
the delicacy. That looks amazing.
Yeah, it
though.
does,
I
and
love-
but there's a program you can watch on it, like a documentary where they show you building it and where they get the ice from and how they do the ice, and then
Bet that'd be really
there was
good.
a
That.
thing when the one I watched, Steve followed it. It was like the temperature was too high to start building, so it was delayed by like a month from
Yeah.
opening, and the panic of getting it open on time.
Yeah,
after
yeah.
the
Imagine,
season.
yeah, I've got to rebuild it every year.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
menu in around €58, which includes a hot cup of soup to begin the meal that includes 3 more courses. this restaurant should definitely be on your go-to list. Number 5. Fish Cafe. This is probably the craziest and most off-putting one, although not for everyone, because even this restaurant has gained a fair amount of fame. There's actually fish everywhere on the ground. That's right. Fish are swimming around your feet in shallow pools as you enjoy your hot meal. These include little guppies and even some sizable carp. The restaurant is around 2 stories tall, with each floor having an area of 20 metres square. Both stories have the floors covered in around 25 centimetres of water, with about 200 fish swimming inside. The restaurant is more of a family type of catering, so you should expect to find kids playing there, chasing.
Got her fucking feet in there and all fish, and she's got her hands in it, and then she's eating. It's disgusting, man.
Fuck
that.
You get up to go.
That's
I'm just going to.
gross.
Oh, sorry. I'm going. Oh, sorry.
That is gross, man.
I think
Absolutely.
That's got to be in China.
I'm not against the idea of it, but if it was fresh water on the coast and everyone's just in a little pool with some fish, but inside all the stuff you've got to put in the water to kill everyone's foot gunk,
bacteria and stuff,
is going to kill the fish.
That's fucking disgusting.
So that's just going to it is going to be manky water. Do you remember the little ones that used to eat the bits off people's feet?
Yeah.
That got banned over here because of the bacteria.
Oh, did it?
Didn't it?
Ah, right.
Because everyone's dipping their feet into the same thing.
Fish and laughing. The menu is pretty versatile, serving both the main customers, the kids and the adults. It's called the Mixed Coffee and is the brainchild of a 23-year-old who gave the animal restaurant concept a whole new spin. If you're comfortable with feeling slippery living creatures swooshing around your feet while you eat, you should totally give this place a try. Number 4. The Heart Attack.
But it fucking stinks as well. Is that the one in Vegas you were talking about?
Yeah, I think we didn't go in, unfortunately, but they've got big scales outside that you weigh yourself, and if you weigh more than 350 pounds, you eat for free.
Really?
Yeah. And like when it first opened decades ago, I think it was in the 50s or something, you used to get this massive butter milkshake and a cigarette with your meal.
Yeah.
And it's just the guy that owned it died of a heart attack.
No shit.
Grill. Believe it or not, for some out there, dying while eating an enormous and delicious cheeseburger is actually a dream come true. The restaurant is based on the concept of actually trying their best to give you a heart attack. The menu items are extremely high in cholesterol content and calories. They took it far enough to make the whole place hospital-themed. The servers are dressed as nurses who take orders, which they call prescriptions. Customers are made to wear a hospital gown before ordering. And the craziest part is the ones who fail to finish their meal receive a paddling from the nurses. You heard it right.
Why did I not go in?
She was going in there a bit, wasn't she? She was going a bit strong, wasn't she?
You check my temperature while you're there. Yeah.
His outfits are pretty scanty to keep the customers coming back, we'd guess. This restaurant is situated in Las Vegas, and sure, you can keep going there in case you do want to get a heart attack or a sore bottom from all the paddling. Number 3, the new Lucky Restaurant. This restaurant is a dream come true for all those goth teens out there who love dark and twisted things. This establishment is located in India, it's pretty huge, and has an exceptional menu with pretty good prices. However, the decor consists mainly of tombstones and a bunch of sarcophaguses that are lying around, adding to the thematic ambience. Krishnan Kudi is the owner of the restaurant who reports that when he learned that the land he was going to build his restaurant on was formerly a cemetery, he decided to use this to his advantage and turn the tombstones into profit. So instead of demolishing the graves and building over them, he built the restaurant around these, therefore including them in the interior. Steel bars have been installed around the graves so no one disturbs them. It's been postulated that the graves belong to 16th century Muslim residents of the area. The owner believes eating among the dead brings good luck. We'll have to see that for ourselves, though.
Not sure about that one either.
Hey, there's a pause. I don't mind the concept there, but my issue with it is it looked like a really shit cafe. All of the furniture, everything just looked. If it was done right and respectfully, it could be quite a cool concept. That.
Still pretty uninspiring surroundings, though, wasn't it? Really,
it was just like a bland, greasy spoon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It looked rubbish.
I was thinking the idea for that chapel in Carrington. Still thinking of something for that.
Your mind's going now, is it? You getting ideas?
Just more dressed up in top hats and paint the faces a little bit.
Just what Carrington needs, a really decent restaurant.
Number 2, the Fresh Feast Restaurant. This restaurant began serving in 2017. The owner realised that delicious food and exceptional service wasn't enough to woo in lots of loyal customers in such a competitive market, so he got creative. His idea was simple yet genius, as it soon translated into hordes of customers and a celebrity status for his restaurant. On the opening night, the diners were shocked when beautiful women in their underwear filed in and started serving them food. These were models hired specially for this occasion. This promotional event was a huge success, and the photos soon broke the internet. There were all kinds of opinions about this, while some, especially men, were thrilled and wanted to visit as soon as possible, while others were just enraged at the inappropriateness. Although this worked in favour of the Fresh Feast restaurant, executing it isn't easy everywhere, especially in a country like China with strong socialist values. Number 1.
Well,
No.
that surprised me. It was in China.
It's disgraceful. Smash the patriarchy. Men are disgusting. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go back a couple of frames. I'm not against that. It's like they tried to, I think they have opened Hooters over here, haven't they?
I got asked to open one last week.
Did you? Well,
Someone wanted to go into a partnership and open one at the airport.
No,
really?
Mm.
I remember about 8 or 9 years ago they tried to open one and it was blocked because they couldn't get the permission because people just basically went, no, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like, you know.
Hooters is a great place to take my kids. I told you, I used to take my
Yeah,
kids every
yeah,
Sunday
yeah.
for the colouring competition.
Colouring competition.
Chicken was good. They used to love the chicken. It was great.
It looks
You get the
like my
spicy
kind of
chicken.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah.
So wherever I went around the world, the Hooters would go in.
Right.
You know, it was just a great place to go for the chicken.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And
Yeah,
you
just
know,
chicken.
you're not seeing anything, are you?
No,
See,
well,
work
that's
on
it.
the beach.
Scantily clad, isn't it? It's not like nude.
Yeah.
It's not distasteful. Anyway.
Au Noir. This is probably the most well-known restaurant. In this place, you get to eat in complete darkness and you can order by looking at the menu before going inside. This is situated in Toronto, Canada. It's not just famous for the setting, but also because of the exceptionally delicious food. The guests are guided to their seats by employees who in one way or another are all visually impaired, so it's actually the ideal job for them. The restaurant can accommodate around 80 people at once and offers a 3-course meal at a pretty affordable price of $40. This is actually a great place for a date, especially if you want to get to know the person. You can learn more about your partner and see them for more than just their looks. The darkness also enhances the experience of eating because since your sense of sight is calmed, the taste buds are much more sensitive. This was all about the craziest restaurants out there. We hope you enjoyed this experience and are excited to visit some of these places.
Oh, it's
It's
mad
alright.
it's mad that you're going to visit one of them.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, the one in darkness. I mean, it'd be absolute disaster for me. I mean, I knock things over at the best of times.
Is that chicken?
It'd be an
Is that
absolute mess.
don't say this doesn't taste like chicken.
I'll be able to sniff the chicken out, don't worry about that.
I could get a job there to take my contact lenses out.
I'd do that dark one, the one in the dark. I'd
Yeah.
definitely do that.
I just don't see, I'm not sure.
There's only a couple on there I wouldn't do. The one in the sky I can't be asked doing. It's
Yeah.
just
I
no
won't do
appeal
that.
whatsoever.
Or the fish one.
The fish one,
No
definitely
chance.
not. No.
I think the one in darkness, I'd be too inclined to just dick about there and throw a bit of food at someone. I just mess with people a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'm sure the night
Yeah.
vision cameras have picked you up on that
I
and
think
throw you out.
in a schoolboy teenager come out
Yeah.
and you'd
Yeah.
be flicking stuff
Of
about.
course it
And,
would.
Yeah.
yeah.
And some guy comes out and just shanks you in the net and carries you out. And
that's
no one
in-
knows.
That's in the prison one.
Yeah.
But what he doesn't know is I've got on boots.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to go.
See what he did
Yeah.
there.
I'm ready to go and laced
I
up.
still like the Undersea one.
Yeah,
Undersea.
that
I
look,
just like the whole thing about it. Look really cool.
yeah.
Look nice.
I love water. It's so calming. So
Yeah.
that sort of place, as long as there's not loads of noisy people around you, it'd just be like.
yeah.
I don't think you'd hear
Soft
much.
couch.
No, I don't think you would. But it's the visuals and everything as well. It'd just be
Yeah.
really calming. There.
What's that noises of the sea?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't know what they're supposed
Just like
to be.
muffled.
What animal was that? It's just making it up now, isn't it?
That's space noises. Sorry, I've got the wrong CD in.
Space noise.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Hit the bell as well. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.